नीचे की शव से उसका कलेजा निकालकर उनके मुंह में ठूस दिया गया, लेकिन उन्होंने समर्पण नहीं किया और मौत को ही चुना। लोहे की सलाखों से दागे जाने, अंग अंग काटे जाने पर भी वो चेहरे पर विजयी मुस्कान लिए अपने धर्म से नहीं डरे। ऐसे योद्धा का नाम था बंदा सिंह बहादुर। एक लाइक उस वीर योद्धा की शहादत के लिए।
Oh, I think everybody forgot. Instead of waiting, already 20 minutes over. So instead of waiting, I think I should continue. They may listen later. Okay. So let me continue. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om. First in Manu Smriti, first 4 shlokas we have discussed, the Mangalacharana. In Mangalacharana, Shishya approaches Guru and puts a question about Dharma. Okay? That means 2 things are there. Dharma is something which everybody needs to know. Okay? Everybody needs. Second, it can be learnt. It can be learnt from Shastra and Guru. Okay? From Shastra and Guru. Because it involves many nuances. And it is, see, what is easily perceivable, what is easily perceivable we can just show. What is easily perceivable you can just show. If it is simple, logical, you can just explain. It is not enough to use your sense organs to perceive. Even logic is not enough. To understand Dharma, you need a deeper insight. Your mind has to develop an inner one, an inner intuition. So two ways are there. By following certain values, by certain discipline, you can awaken that inner intuitive understanding, inner insight you can awake. And it is a 2 ways. As your inner insight awakens, you start understanding what is dharma better. As you understand, you can follow better. As you follow better, you can have a deeper understanding of dharma. So it is a growing, learning, and living. Okay, it is learning, living, and growing. So this is what dharma is. Dharma is not like our law that this everybody should do like that and do it. It's not simply like that. Because dharma is a deeper thing. That's why our Shastras say, more we will discuss later, it can neither be simply perceived with your sense organs, nor it can be logically arrived at. Its application you may use little logic, but the basic understanding of what is dharma, you need an insight. Okay? We need an insight to understand what is dharma. Because dharma is something superhuman, which is much deeper, which is a cosmic, and also it is within our heart. It is within the heart of the cosmos. It is in the heart of a human being. Everybody is not capable of easily discern it, easily understand it. Therefore, first you learn a little bit, then you prepare your mind to receive what is a deeper understanding of dharma. Because the law is an inner law. It is a cosmic law. Cosmic law means we being an individual, we look at the things individually only. It is something like, a common man's example can be understood. How do you teach a hardcore selfish person what is selflessness? Is it just logically you explain? A hardcore selfish person, you teach him what is selfishness, what is selflessness, what is generosity. Hardcore angry person, very aggressive person, teach him what is compassion, what is forgiveness. Is it just an intellectual idea? Or is it just an instruction that do that? You can just an order that you do it. You think that is forgiveness, that is kindness, that is compassion. He has to grow. He has to grow inwardly to be able to feel that compassion. I just gave you an example. Similarly, dharma is a cosmic law which works through us also, which functions through us, since we are also part of cosmos. Therefore, dharma is a deeper element working through all of our lives, through world and us, to us as well as through the world. It is working, it is running, it is in fact running the world. It is running the world. So dharma is a deeper principle, which is according to which the world and we are running. Even we run, we don't know, unconsciously it is there behind. Only thing is we need to be conscious to fall in that line. We have to consciously follow, learn and grow. You will come onto the track. Otherwise, blindly following animals do. Animals follow certain discipline that is instinctively programmed like machine. Animals are programmed like machine. They follow certain set pattern. Human being can't live like that because dharma has a place in human life. Dharma means he has to learn, live and grow. He has to learn. He has to consciously choose it. Living means he has to consciously choose it. Okay? He has to learn what is dharma, just an idea, then consciously live it, choose it, and then as a result of consciously choosing and living, he grows inwardly. This is dharma. Okay? So, therefore, we have to approach a guru and ask. That's why they went and asked. Now, the second part in the first chapter of Manu Smriti, Srishti, he talks of the Srishti. So, the question comes, when Shishyas, means rishis, asked, Manu, please teach us what is dharma. It's a simple question. But Manu doesn't start with what is Dharma directly. He starts with creation. Because Dharma is to be understood and lived and grow. Three things are there. You understand, live and grow. Three go together. This is Dharma. Okay. You understand, start living it. While living, you start growing it. In growing, you understand Dharma better. As you grow, you understand better. More you understand, more you start living. More you live, more. That's why Dharma is not like a constitutional law and then talk and argue like that. You have to learn from a guru. Okay? It needs to be understood and lived also. Therefore, we can't just see the book and prescribe, do like this. It will become mechanical. It will become forced and mechanical. So Hindu Dharma Shastras don't teach like that. Manu also says that at the end of the book, those who use their brain, intuition, take help of Guru, try to understand the context and the application and the heart, its inner vision, they alone understand what is Dharma, otherwise not. See how Manu says that. That we will discuss later. So since it is beginning talk alone, we will not go into so many technical details. But I just say a few things. We just touch and leave and discuss later. Now the Srishti. Why creation he is talking? Because the cosmos follows certain patterns, certain law. If we understand it, where we are living, in which context we are living, because which system you are living, because the system decides what kind of life we are supposed to live. So the cosmos is a system. Okay? Cosmos, society is a system. Cosmos and society follow certain patterns, certain laws. If we understand these things, why we are supposed to do, what we are doing, all this we understand. Therefore, when they ask what is Dharma, people think that do like this, just a few instructions they think. Dharma means just instruction. They ask, what am I supposed to do? It's just a mechanical. Child doesn't understand what to do. Children are told, do like this, sit like this, do eat like this, do this homework, go to your school and do namaskara to teacher. When they look at the teacher, they don't do even namaskara. Or guru, it is, hey, don't do that, do namaskara. They don't know what to do, how to do also. Mother tells, do like this. He thinks it is just a simple formal action. But later he will understand the feeling behind it. Okay. So similarly, it is not just instructions for children, but it has to be understood in a deeper way. Therefore, the whole cosmos as a system, the whole society as a system, and the human mind. Three we have to see that. Okay? Cosmos and the society and the human individual. That is Jiva. Individual or Jiva. We have to understand these three to be able to understand Dharma. Okay? How the cosmos is born. Then how the social structure is born. Interrelationships. Then how individual is born. The nature of individual. Okay? The nature of cosmos, birth of cosmos. The nature of society and birth of society. Nature of Jiva and birth of Jiva. These two we have to understand. In fact, birth means only nature only. Birth means our Shastras, when they talk of birth, they talk of nature only. It is, for example, a pot is born of mud. It means it is only mud pot. If it is born of gold, it means it is a gold pot. So, to understand its nature as a gold, you have to say it is born of gold. It is born of gold means, what is its nature, the content? Content, what is, if it is made of plastic, you call it as a plastic pot. Similarly, what is it made of? Whatever it is made of, it is of that content, that nature. So to understand the nature, you talk of a birth. So birth is only a way of helping us to understand what is its nature, what is its makeup. We call it makeup. Nature means makeup. make up its structure, then that accordingly then you understand what is going to be your dharma. How you are supposed to behave, learn and grow, in what direction you go. Okay, what direction you go, what you are supposed to do. Without direction, without how you are supposed to do, what you do, you can't understand. So all this has to be taught, the context in which we are living, a jiva is living. So first he says, birth of the cosmos. Okay, where did I put my paper? I think, it is here. First he says, Prakruta Srishti. Prakruta Srishti, so regarding Srishti, I just say a few words, we don't go into much technical details. There are three kinds of Srishti. The Bible talks of one creation, Bible and Quran, all Abrahamic religions. Then science talks of one creation. Then our Shastras talk of creation. So the creation gives a certain vision of your life, vision of your world. The vision, so the purpose of creation implies a certain vision, certain understanding. Okay? Certain vision of it. The creation means certain vision of it. For example, you take biblical, means all three Abrahamic religions. World is created. World is created. So they say there is a God. God is a person. They say openly, God must be accepted as a person. A person means he has got all his views, personal fancies, personal interest, whims and fancies. This is what, I've read some one or two biblical commentaries. They say God is a person. You must accept him as a person. As a person, he has got a personal wish and will, and then he has got his own personal fancies. And he created the world because out of his wish, out of his fancy. You can't question, because it is his world. You are only a byproduct he created. So when he created, he has got a plan, he has got an idea. You tell, see, this is what they tell. God created it out of his own desire, out of his own fancy. And then he has a plan for you, and you are supposed to follow, otherwise he will torture you. He will send you to hell. If you follow him, you will go to this. This is the simple idea of creation. It looks a childish idea of creation. Okay? Scientists talk of it that it's all inert objects. From the inert, why the world is evolving, they don't know. Because the world evolving, there is no plan, there is no idea, there is no thinking. Where you are growing, what you are growing, they have no idea. It's a blindly, mechanically something is happening. Everything is an accident. It is a mix. Science talks of mixing of accident and law. Sometimes they talk of law, sometimes they talk of accident. Accidentally birth. So, and then why it happened? No goal, it's just happening. It's evolving like that, just like that. And so this is it doesn't give a clear vision of life. The scientist creation doesn't give clear vision of life. But our Shastras talk of two things. Our Shastras talk of the world creation. So, world creation, regarding creation, one thing is we have got three creations. One is an Naiyayika Vaisheshika creation. Okay. One more thing I have to say. I think that will come later. A new creation. Naiyayikas talk of a new creation. Okay. A new thing is produced. New creation means a production. World is a production they talk of. Sankhya say it is only a modification. Existing thing modifies into the world. Vedantins say it is an appearance like in a drama, posture. It only assumes in another posture. There is neither a production nor a modification. Vedantins say it is simple, assuming a different postures. Like in drama, you assume a different posture. The main element, the truth behind the universe only appears as the world. This is only technical points. It doesn't make much difference for Dharma. Whether you take it a Naiyayika's creation, idea of creation, or Sankhya's idea of creation, or Vedantin's idea of creation. But the world evolves, this much we can say. Okay. Now the second point is, it is not a one-time creation. It is not a one-time creation. World is born and again cyclical. The Srishti is cyclical. Okay. World is born, changes, and then dissolves. It's like a person is born, a human body, you take it a human body. Human body is born. It grows. In the beginning it is innocent, very tender and innocent, and then it grows. It becomes a strong adult. Then it again degenerates and dissolves. Again it is born. Any object you create, it is like this. Don't we see in the world? Don't we see in the world? Any object you create, in the beginning it is very fresh and nice. After some time it becomes little degenerated, old, further, then it becomes out of use. It is broken, out of use and thrown away. It dissolves back into the world. Similarly, world in the beginning when it is created, the Panchabhutas were very strong. And as human beings keep using, as the time passes, the Panchabhutas, the strength of Panchabhutas is coming down. That's what we see. So they become polluted, Panchabhutas become polluted, degenerated, and then they become unable to use them. We cannot be able to use them, then it dissolves. Again, so this production, degeneration and dissolution, so it is evolution, involution. It is birth and death. Okay? The whole, this is how they say world happens like that. Then the next point is about Jiva. Jiva also, Jiva is beginningless. Nobody creates Jiva. Jiva's Atma nobody creates. Atma is there already. He is associated with Prakriti. Jiva gets connected to Prakriti. So the Prakriti controls him, limits him. Because Prakriti is other than Jiva. Jiva's original nature is consciousness. But as he is found here, is connected with nature, Prakriti. So Prakriti has got three qualities. Three means lower, middle and higher nature. Tamasa, Rajasa, Sattvika. So Prakriti, he is associated with the Prakriti, is connected with the Prakriti. And that's what it is. So when he is connected with the Prakriti, he has been growing, evolving. So in this evolution, Jiva, he goes on taking many births. Okay? It takes many births, grows. In each janma he learns. Sometimes he learns, sometimes he falls. Falling is also learning only. Sometimes he falls and takes back animal janma and etc. Does papa. He does papa and suffers as a result of it and goes away somewhere to assume number of janmas. If papa is severe, he has to assume number of janmas. And again after long time, after 5 janma, 10 janma, 20 janma, 100 janmas, he comes back to human life. Again he has got a choice whether to go rise up or go down. He may fall down, he may go up. Like this he goes on up and down, Jiva goes. Okay, in the process he evolves sometimes. So when he evolves, he tries to learn a better person. Tamasa becomes Rajasa, Rajasa becomes Sattvika. He gets dissociated from the Prakriti, he evolves, he becomes a better person, more better person. Then ultimately he discovers his natural state, where he is free from all suffering, all problems, and is free. Okay, so this is the nature of Jiva. So one more point about thing is, this very Srishti is multiplicity. Very creation implies multiplicity, that is plurality. Plurality and differences. Okay. Nature of world is, there is a plurality of jivas. There is a plurality of jivas and also differences. The modern concept of equality, in the name of equality, they are bringing only uniformity. They want everybody should do the same thing. I think this equality, idea of equality or uniformity. They call equality, but ultimately they talk of only uniformity. Everybody should do the same. It is keep on comparing with others and feeling jealousy. Comparison and jealousy is involved in it. Okay? Comparison and jealousy. This is a too childish thought. Okay? Comparing with another person, feeling jealous, and what he does I should do. Otherwise I feel insulted. Our vision, our Shastra vision, which Manu also follows, is Jiva is not to feel jealous of others. No question of comparison. Because each Jiva, first thing is there is a plurality. Jivas are different. You can see the plants are different, animals are different, and even with animals, there are a number of animals. People are of different capacities. Okay? Varying capacities. Varying inclinations. Of different levels. Okay? This is creation. This is world. Creation is never uniform and only one type. Never uniform and one type. You see, look at the nature. Our Shastras, including Manu, have accepted. World is full of, there is no equality, there is no uniformity. Equality, uniformity is only an artificial thing. Human being is imposing out of his ignorance, out of his thoughtlessness. Out of his thoughtlessness. Ignorance, jealousy, and thoughtlessness. Look at the world. World is pluralistic. Okay? It is never uniform. It's a pluralistic. World is pluralistic, so differences are the nature. Pluralism is the very nature. And jivas have different capacities. And their level of capacity also varies. No two people are alike. Okay? Different levels of capacities. Different inclinations people have. People have a variety of inclinations, different levels. Therefore, by understanding their levels, that means people are at various stages of their evolution. Jivas are of various stages. Jivas are at various stages of their life. Jiva's life, not even human life. Human life is one small piece, a small phase of a larger life. Jiva has got a larger life of, I think, millions of years, thousands of years and millions of years. In that thing, human life is only human life, animal life, etc. is a small phase. So our Janmas, this human life is a small phase. As a Jiva, as a conscious being, Jiva means what? Atma, that is consciousness, and Antakarana. Jiva is, who is Jiva? Three things he has got. One is consciousness, that is Chaitanyam, and Antakarana, mind, okay, and the body. He has got three. Chaitanyam is original, it always remains. Mind keeps modifying. Body he keeps on assuming and dropping and assuming and dropping. Body is too external, he keeps assuming and dropping. Antakarana is always with him, with Jiva, but keeps modifying, changing. It changing sometimes better, sometimes worse. If you grow spiritually, then you go towards better only. And the Chaitanyam is your original core. So Jiva has got three levels. One is his original core, another is mind, third is his body. So, and the Jiva is not, so Jiva is not created. He only assumes the body, that's all. Inwardly, mind is there, it keeps on growing. Therefore, again and again, he takes birth and dies and takes birth and dies. This keeps happening. So, Jivas are of different nature, different inclinations, different stage of their evolution. Accordingly, certain sadhana is given to them so that he can evolve. Okay. Then people fall into groups. People form into groups because of their inclinations, interests, and karmas. Not only, see, inclinations alone do not bring people together. People of inclinations alone do not bring together. You can see them. You see, people of same inclination come together. Not always. Not always. You see, all musicians form one group. In fact, there is a lot of jealousy between any profession people. Okay? You mean Vedantins, all Vedantins live with another Vedantins? No. All musicians live with another musician. All artists live with other artists. Artists live in general public. They learn from other artists. They practice. They have some contacts. But they still live more among the common people. Poets also. Scholars also. Everywhere. Therefore, you can't say that all people of same inclination live together. You can't say. They all form one caste. They say people of one taste will form one caste. You can't say that. People of all musicians form one caste. Do you see that they all artists become one caste? No. Because they live with others also. That means some karmas also play a role. Our karma, our interaction, with whom you are supposed to live, your karmas, past karmas, bring you to live with certain people together. Karmas bring you. Okay. Therefore, in human being, there are many factors that brings to a particular family. I am born in a particular family due to my karma. Okay. Due to my karma and as well as samskaras. Karma and samskaras, I am born in a particular family, particular area, and all that. So karma is also there, samskaras also there. It's not just samskaras alone take you to one janma. Not. Karma is important. Therefore, when people are born, people are of different levels. As I told you, different that's why he says, first Prakrita Srishti, Panchabhuta Srishti, then Gunanam Srishti, Vikruta Srishti. First the main basic elements and their combinations. Okay. Thereafter, then the human Srishti. Human means a living being, conscious principles. First is the Panchabhuta Srishti, then the conscious beings. Conscious beings, jivas are of different levels. Okay. One is Saptarishi. From Saptarishis who are all born, gods are born, human beings are born. So Saptarishis are like a pool of genes. In fact, Brahmadeva himself is a pool of all genes. Brahma is like a grand pool of all genes. Okay. From them, Saptarishis are born. 7 divisions. Okay. Saptarishis. From the Saptarishis, Devatas, Rishis, Pitru, and human, Manushya, and other animals. Okay. These 5 Jiva Rashi, 5 groups of Jivas, we call them roughly 5, but within them there are many still groups. All these Jiva Rashis according to their 2 things. According to their connection with Prakriti, according to with their individual karma. One is individual karma. Second is your level of spiritual growth. See, this is very important. Your level of spiritual growth decides how much you are connected to Prakriti. Level of spiritual growth. Okay. This level of spiritual growth shows in your evolution what stage you are. Stage of your evolution. Then karmas also. Sometimes you see, highly evolved person is born in a very, very difficult, poor and then very bad, pellared, wicked people. Like Prahlada is born among the Asuras. Sometimes Dushtas are born in a very highly evolved good people. Because karma brings your family structure, your parentage, your relationships, your external situations. Your level of your stage of your evolution is your inner one. Stage of your evolution is your inner mind, and external is due to karma. Okay, external situations, family, richness and poor. Some good people are found among the rich people. Some good people are found among the poor people. Okay, good people are found among the very high class people, good cultured people, and sometimes bad people are also found. That means their samskara is one level, their karma is another level. Okay, so all this is a mixed combination. So people are born in various situations. Okay, people are born in these various situations with various levels of capacity. So keeping this in, then second thing is, samskaras we have to purify and karmas we have to acquire. Karma and samskara, these two together we have to run. Samskaras alone will do not bring a good karma. You may have a good inclination for heaven, but unless you do punya, you won't go to heaven. You may have a good inclination, but still you have to do punya. Okay, you may have a good samskaras, means a good person, but unless you do punya, you can't get wealth. You can't get a good company. You can't get power, money, and all those things. Health, good health. Some good people are found in a bad health. Some very wicked fellows have got a very good health. They drink and eat and everything, nothing happens to them. They won't fall sick at all. They drink and eat and everything they do, still they are healthy and strong. So the strong and health, money and power, all this due to karma. You can see them, see, money, health, social status. Okay, Runanubandha Rupena Pashupatni Sutalaya, social status, power. Okay, money, health, social status, power, etc. are due to karma. Even the mind also, mental capacities too, mental talents. Okay, talents and capacities too due to karma. But samskara, the inner level of the person is different again. That level is different and karma is different. Okay, certain capacities come due to karma. So jivas are born like this, in these conditions. They have to be, now therefore, karma is a common principle underlying in the entire cosmos. Karma is the common principle that is lying in the cosmos. That means you make effort and you acquire new situations, new conditions. You have to do some punya karmas. What karmas will take you to new conditions, new situations? You have to balance. You have to balance between your natural urges, your natural needs, okay? Your needs, your desires. Desires means urges. One is the needs. Second is the desires or urges. Third is your level of samskara, your level of maturity, level of samskara. Okay? All these things have to be balanced. They are not uniform. People are of different needs. You have to work for. However great, however small, however spiritual, basic needs of food, cloth and shelter, you need it. Then urges, if you have two lowest urges, you need to fulfill those urges. If you have got little advanced, highly evolved spiritual one, then you will have different urges. Okay? Your samskaras are. Accordingly, you have to live. A person has to be prescribed certain dharma, keeping all these factors in view so that you can use dharma and go away. Dharma, so karya karana bhava, the whole cosmos runs by karya karana bhava, cause and effect, cause and effect. Cause and effect means karma and karma phala. Whole cosmos and jiva's life follows this one pattern of cause and effect, that is karma and karma phala. Okay? If you remember this much, then dharma can be prescribed. One more thing to prescribe dharma is the social structure is not always the same. Social structure and an individual makeup of the mind. Social structure means social vyavastha, the society, samajika vyavastha, and individual constitution is not same in all periods. That's why we say the yuga dharma also is there. Yuga dharma only implies that anything when it is born, it is a fresh and good. As the time passes, it gets degenerated, further degenerated, then totally disappears. Therefore, in a society also, when a society it is born, you can see the village people were innocent. They don't cheat each other, they are innocent and they are good people, help and cooperate. But as they become more civilized, more and more cunning, diplomatic, arrogant, and then cheating, and they talk sweetly, but again they cheat. Even their sweet talking is a cheating only. So like this, more and more, that's why Kruta Yuga, when we say, we don't know when it is Kruta Yuga. I only talk of the qualitative Yuga, okay? Qualitative Yuga I talk of, I don't talk of the period of Yuga. Qualitative Yugas we talk of. The exact period when these Yugas happened, period of Yugas are difficult to ascertain, though our Shastras tries to explain, but I don't know, even I find difficult to explain. So the period of Yugas, what exactly, how many years each Yuga lasts, I cannot say that. But the qualitative Yugas, our Vedas also talk of it, Shastras also talk of the qualitative Yuga. Therefore, we concentrate more on the qualities of Yuga, the nature of Yuga. Qualitative Yuga means the nature of Yuga. In Yuga, the nature as well as the society and my individual constitution. The social structure, individual constitution and the nature. All these three in Kruta Yuga will be of high type. Kruta Yuga nature will be very powerful nature. The water will be highly pure, wind will be highly pure, the plants and animals, even the plants will be highly unpolluted and very beautiful. Therefore, you can see in our Puranas, people were doing tapas just by eating leaves. They could eat for a long time because the leaves, the plants would have so much of power, they are like amruta. You eat certain vegetables, certain fruits, you could leave them for a long time. So that is getting degenerated. One is genes are changing, chemicals we are adding and they are producing differently. So the plants are losing that power. Nature is losing that power. As the world continues, in the Kruta Yuga, nature was pure. Social structure was more cooperative. In fact, there was no king. Mahabharata says, at one time there was no king at all. There were no laws at all. There were no laws, no king. A king is a one who enforces the law. And there was no law and there was no king. There was no need. Because such a common understanding of the people was such. Understanding of the people were such that they don't need law at all. They don't need king at all. Only when the cunning people, wicked people come, then you need enforcing the law forcibly. So that when people are good by culture, by nature, it is their culture, it is their inner constitution. Therefore, in Kruta Yuga, people are more number of mature people, understanding people. Simple people, no cunningness, not much. So a qualitatively good people is a Kruta Yuga. Then as the time passes, the selfishness, people get degenerated. Means what? It is an individualism. It is ego. It is selfishness grows. More selfishness grows, you fall from Kruta Yuga to Treta. Then more selfishness, Dvapara. Then more selfishness and less of selflessness is only Kali Yuga. This is how. It is a qualitative yuga. And the whole society also lives like that. You can't do anything. When everybody diplomatically talks, you alone talk differently, then you are considered as a mental case, I tell you. When everybody diplomatically talks, nobody talks straight away. You ask any opinion, you will never say any opinion. You will say superficially, nicely he will talk. I wonder what is this. I have been in my life, I find very difficult to live among the people. Because we would always say things directly, but they will not understand like that. They have to say diplomatically they talk. Mostly worldly people, grahasthas, are found to be more diplomatic, more tactical in their talking because they are exposed to such life and more people. We live informal people like at home because all my life I lived like this, an informal life. So when we live as children at home, like this spontaneously, we say anything openly, and then if somebody criticizes also, we take them lightly. Their criticism also take lightly, we also openly criticize and we don't mind it, we just forget it again, respect and continue. So there is no question of this diplomatic and then tactical talking and all that. It's very difficult. What is his name? That Vibhandaka Munis. One Rishi Kumara, he lives in forest. He was brought for Dasharatha's yajna, Rishyasringa. Rishyasringa lived in forest, so innocent, he doesn't know cunningness, he straight away talks. In fact, he couldn't distinguish who are men, who are women. He has never seen women separately in his life. He thought women are also rishis only. Anyway, just an example I am giving. So, this is how the qualitatively yoga changes. So, keeping in yoga, you have to give the dharma. See, in village, you can give one dharma. In city life, you have to give different dharma. You see them here itself. In village life, you can prescribe dharma is like this. People understand and follow. The same thing you follow in the city, they will misunderstand you. They will call you as a wicked person. In city, you have to be different. In city, you have to be different. The city person going to village, they say, my God, how people are so nice, they think. And village people, when they come to city, everywhere, every moment they get cheated. They get cheated, very rude, very aggressive people. And then people find fault with him. Why did you do like that? And the person gets upset. He doesn't know what to do. I thought I believed all these things. So, according to the yuga, dharma changes. According to individual constitution, individual inclination, individual level of his dharma. Level of his constitution, dharma changes. Dharma means what kind of life he is supposed to live. What kind of activity he should take up. All these things can be decided according to individual dharma, individual constitution and inclination, then is a social structure and the nature and the yuga dharma. Therefore, I am talking in principles in general only. Manu talks of all these things. So therefore, within the first thing is there is a kalpa. Within the kalpa there are yugas. Within the yuga there are manvantaras. Okay? Within the manvantaras, then still smaller circle. We can see them. Earlier it was a Vedavyasa yuga. Mahabharata Vedavyasa, that yuga, that culture, that civilization was different. Later you can see a Buddhist period. Then afterwards you can see them post Shankaracharya period. Then again once the Britishers, Muslims came, then still the world and life has changed. So now we are going through a different yuga. We have not yet completely recovered. Still we are under the pressure of that what Britishers did, what Mughals did, we are still continuing under that alone. If we succeed to recover, then a new yuga arises. Otherwise we will be going down. If we recover from the pressure of this Mughal period and British period, we get back to our dharma, dharmic life, then a new yuga comes. So these are all smaller circles, smaller cycles within the yuga structure. Yuga doesn't mean that the broad yugas of Kruta, Treta, Dvapara, that is true. But within the Kali also there are different yugas. Okay? You can see them Pauranika yuga. Vedavyasa and all that, that was a different yuga. Mahabharata, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and then that. After that continued for a long time. That values, that structure, that society, and then interactions, all that lasted for thousands of years. Thereafter Buddhist period came, then it still changed. Then thereafter the Mughal and Muslim period, Mughal and British period came, that still changed. And now we are under the pressure of that yuga. That yuga has changed us. Our thinking, our inner constitution, mind, body, you see what kind of food we are eating, poison. Nature also has changed. We have interfered nature, no clean water, no clean food, nothing. So accordingly you have to give dharma. If the water is clean, then you can say go and drink water, take bath in the river. But if the river is so dirty, we can't advise you to drink water. So this is dharma. Dharma means what you are supposed to do, how you are supposed to live. Both physical life, mental life, intellectual life. Dharma prescribes rules for this life, physical life, intellectual life, emotional life, and spiritual life. All these four levels of instructions Dharma Shastra gives us. So accordingly, keeping the nature in view, some dharmas are prescribed. Keeping the social interaction in view, some dharmas prescribed. Keeping your own personal life in view, your own constitution, your body, your health, and your mind structure. Then keeping your purushartha in view is one more point. One more point important is Chaturvida Purushartha. Okay? 4 Purusharthas our Shastra accepts. First is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So Dharma is prescribed to follow this. You have to keep in view what Purushartha you want. Basically, Artha, Kama everybody wants. There also again some people want too much of money, some people want basic enough to earn. You can see some of the labor class. If they get for 1 week, they won't go for work. They enjoy and live, that's all. They are not ambitious to get a lot of money. Some people, even though they have money, still they are ambitious, want to earn more money. So even money Purushartha also depend upon one's interest. Changes it again. Kama also. Some people want basic needs and little enjoyment is enough. Some people want overindulgence because some kind of an addiction-like thing is there. Addiction-like, because there is a deeper urge. It's like addiction-like. So, depending upon the person, thus dharma has to be prescribed. So, artha kama is common basically everybody's needs, but that should be governed by dharma. If dharma is not there, then you get excess into it and it will get into trauma, you will get into addiction, you will get into problem. Same artha kama will create more problems if they are not governed by dharma. Therefore, dharma is also purushartha. As a result of dharma, you will have 2 things. One is you get punya. The punya will give you new situations, new comforts, new atmosphere, new situation, new connections. Your family relationship, your got a next body, what social status, all these things includes your caste also. That also again that we'll talk more about it later. Decided by your past karma, because that social status, what rung you will be born according to your karma. Second thing is dharma produces a punya which you can enjoy in another world. Okay. Next janma, other world. 2. Punya will take you to other, in this Manushya janma only in a better life, better conditions. Or if this is not enough, Manushya janma is not enough, you have committed, you have earned so much of punya that this Manushya atmosphere is not enough, then you will go to heaven, Swarga and others. Okay. After exhausting, you will come back and then again you will run your cycle. This is the basic principle Manu keeps in view in the 1st chapter. Okay, Yuga Dharma, Varna Dharma, all that I have talked of. I think 1st chapter summary, just a summary I gave you. Then we'll proceed with the 2nd chapter. Or if there is anything small point, any point is left out, we will talk in the next class because time is up. Anything, a few points are left out, then we'll proceed with the 2nd chapter. Okay. The foundation, basic. What is the structure of the society and nature and individual constitution? Then the whole jiva's life, the procedure, the process, how you go through, all this keeps in view. Then the karma is the basic thing. Then you have to get detached from your prakriti. How much you get attached to prakriti, how much you get detached. All this have to be kept in view to prescribe certain dharma. Therefore, what are all the factors to be kept in view to prescribe dharma is talked about in this srishti. How the varnas are born, how the jiva is born, what body he gets, what conditions he lives in, and yuga dharma. Yuga means nature, society, and the yuga and individual constitution. All this put together, you have to give individual interests. All this you put together, keep in mind, then dharma can be prescribed. So what are all the conditions we live in, we are supposed to live? In what conditions this dharma applies? Okay, that first chapter discusses. This is the whole process of Srishti. We have done it. Now we proceed with the second. In second chapter beginning, then what is the pramana of dharma? What is the nature of dharma? He wants to define dharma and the pramana of dharma in general, then goes into details. Okay, that we shall discuss in the second chapter, beginning of second chapter. Okay, I am discussing Manu Smriti, okay, not Vedanta. Vedantic topic is different. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat.